Thank you. I'll give this part of the announcement first, so we won't have to do it later. Starting this Wednesday night, November 20th, at 6:30. Actually, it starts 6:45, but we have a stated start time at 6:30. There's going to be a live stream with Dave Ramsey. And this is kind of a shortened version of Financial Peace University. It's kind of a teaser to get you to be interested in the full Financial Peace University program that starts January 15th. This Wednesday night is free. We encourage you to come or to bring your friends or family. There will be childcare. It'll be from about 6:45 to 9:30. So it is quite a long evening, but it's a great way to get a little bit better understanding of Financial Peace University. And we encourage you also to sign up. There's some information at the table out here for the full Financial Peace University, which will begin once again on Wednesday, January 15th. Thank you. As you can tell, I'm not used to standing up here. I've asked Tim and Elisha to share with us a little bit about what they've done in their financial journey. They read some of Dave Ramsey's books and did a lot of work relating to their finances. And I've asked them to share with us. Thank you.
Good morning. So I'm up here sharing about our financial situation, which is not super comfortable for me, but hopefully you can bear with me. So I started my job, or my first job out of college, as a software engineer in October 2011. I had an annual salary of $40,000. Shortly after starting that job, my parents gave me an audiobook to listen to. It was The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. I listened to it on my drive to and from work, and for the most part, I paid attention. And, at the time I was in an apartment living with a roommate, so I split the rent and all the bills 50-50. I didn't really have to worry about money too much then. But in June of 2012, I got married to my beautiful wife, and my roommate moved out, and she couldn't find a full-time job right away. So we were just living off of my salary then. And that's when I became serious about trying to save some money and put into practice, some of the things I learned from Dave Ramsey. So the first thing we did was saved up a small amount for an emergency fund in case we needed it. And then we started putting any extra money we had to paying down our student loans. And then in the fall of 2013, Elisha was able to find a full-time job. And that extra income obviously helped us a lot, and we were able to really start paying down on that student debt. However, she only stayed there for a single year. And after that, she just started subbing here and there. So we weren't able to fully pay down the student loan at that time. And then December 2014, we decided to buy a house, which I wasn't sure if that was the right decision or not. We only had one job at the time between us. But we found one we liked, and we paid $135,000 for it, and with the help of my parents, we were able to put $10,000 down on it, which wasn't enough for the normal 20%, and so we had the mortgage insurance, which again, I wasn't sure if that was a good idea or not, but it's what we did. So, thankfully, kind of after that point, I was promoted, had a few raises. Elisha was able to find a full-time job again in December of 2015, and we really started paying down that student debt again. And in March of 2016, we made the final payment on that student debt, and in total, we paid a little over $34,000 on it. So then after that, the only debt we had was our mortgage on the house, thankfully, and we started to attack that. And we had some other things we had to pay for along the way. One of our cars wasn't very good, so we bought another used car. We had to put a roof on our house, but thankfully with the Lord's help, we made the last payment on our mortgage this August. So now we're completely debt-free.
Yeah, at first I didn't like Dave Ramsey because the word budget was floating around a lot, and he put me on a pretty tight restraint when I went shopping. Like, I did not like following these steps, but now looking back on it, like, it was one of the best decisions we've ever could have made for ourselves. We started cutting back a lot. Like, I gave this example. Tim and I both enjoy drinking pop, but it's something that is not good for us, and it's just an expense that we didn't need. So we stopped. We cut out things like pop. We started packing our lunches to work. The newest car we've ever owned is my 2003 Highlander. Like, just living frugally. And honestly, it's still one of the best things we've ever done. So now we're saving up for hopefully a more reliable car. But especially early on, it would have been so easy for us to say, oh, well, maybe we just won't tithe for a while until we can start paying off our debt. That's something that never really even crossed our minds. The money that we've been given, the jobs that we were given to us by God. Like, all of it belongs to him anyway. So we always tithe faithfully. Another thing, I'm just so shocked and surprised that it only took us like about over 4.5 years to pay off our mortgage. A mortgage, that's insane. But now we have set ourselves up. I mean, I'm just looking at our future, and it's just going to be so much nicer if we're able to keep doing things like this. So like, since then, following these steps and doing what we did, like, being debt-free has just been amazing. Like, we have been able to give to people who we know might need a little more money or they're struggling, and we are totally on board with this ARC initiative. We know firsthand what it's like to be debt-free. It's only been like 4 months, granted, but we know what it's like, and I just can't even imagine what this church would be able to do if they didn't have that huge mortgage. So since then, we've almost doubled what we've been giving to the church, because it's that important. It's that important. And same with this financial piece. Like, if you can get your stuff in order now, like, it's going to be so fruitful for you. So thank you.